Hello and welcome to a brand new show of Market Makers. My guest on the show today is Parag Parikh. Parag, welcome to Market Makers. Good to have you back. Let's start with a very basic warm-up question. Characterize the market environment for us. In last financial year, Indian markets were down by about 10%. But in this calendar year, which is about 4 months, Indian markets are up 11%.
Yeah. Search me. Even I would not know what's happening. With so much of uncertainty, it's anybody's guess. I am as ignorant about whether markets will go, why they have gone up. And being value investors, we concentrate on choosing really good businesses available at good prices. So honestly, it doesn't matter where the markets go up as long as they offer opportunities. And it's only uncertain times where opportunities come.
What about earnings? Yes, there is uncertainty, but if the economy is threatening to slow down, if Indian consumer is getting exhausted, and if less disposable income is available in the hands of Indian consumer because of high taxation, do you think that will hit earnings?
Yes, definitely. Earnings will be hit. But here, it depends upon the choice of the businesses which you really make when you make investments. You can't just get into the hot sectors of the day, but you got to see which businesses will be able to withstand the ups and downs of an economy. And in so doing, we got to really look at companies which require least amount of capital, which are not really debt-ridden, because they would be earning interest rather than paying interest, and having strong brands, strong distribution network. A host of other factors would play a definite role in your investment picking decisions.
What about the global risk environment? Globally, the growth scare has surfaced again. US Fed clearly has indicated that US economy is looking strong, no QE3. As of now this year, markets have appreciated because of liquidity, and globally markets are addicted to cheap dollars. Do you think now global liquidity is threatening to go away because global scare is back?
See, it always had to happen. When you started pumping in money, you got to always be scared of the fact that there would be an asset inflation. Now asset inflation is already happening. Global growth and all, I don't know how they calculate whether it's slowing down or going up. But that is an area where you and me sitting over here really are not able to judge what's exactly happening. Now, there's no point in making a point on something where we don't know exactly what's happening.
So what are your key assumptions for FY13 then?
I really don't go on basic assumptions. As long as a good business is available at a good price, a good value, then I believe that if you are in the investment game, I think that is where you should put your money, and you should have nerves of steel and the patience to go through the ups and downs of the market.
Okay, so before we start discussing your value ideas for FY13, let me take a minute and remind our viewers of some ideas which we've discussed in FY12 as well. Let's start with the gas space. You have investments there in IGL and in Gujarat Gas, but after the PNGRB notification, are you a bit worried?
Yes, I'm not worried as such, because whatever happened with the market prices, it has already happened. Now, the real profits which they used to have, like we love these companies because they were really good companies making.
So which are the ones you own, just for the benefit of our viewers? Which are the gas companies you own in your portfolio?
IGL, Gujarat Gas.
You own both of them.
LNG Petronet.
And you have a substantial holding there.
Yeah, the thing. Like we were always into that. So as of today, of course, we made these investments far before. So it's not that today we are making losses in those companies, but one thing is very clear, that all the good times this thing have ended, because now you have a regulator which is standing on your toes. At the same time, regulators coming out with retrospective effect and all, I think, but retrospective has become a fashion nowadays, you know. Everyone,
it's the new game in the town.
Yeah, it's a new game in the town. I think that is where a lot of uncertainty and a lot of fear has been created.
So what is your price target for IGL and for Gujarat Gas? And if these stocks appreciate, at what level you would like to exit them?
Nikunj, being value investors, there's nothing like a price target. because if you are a trader, then you really look at a price target.
But if the business model for gas companies has got tweaked, I'm sure the stocks will go through a pre-compression, and for a value investor like you as well, you need to assess the business dynamics now, which I'm sure you must have already done.
As I told you, I've assessed the business dynamics. Those great profitability days are over. But you see, today, just on one notification, how can I make a decision? Because the markets have created out of fear, they have dumped the stock. Now the company is going to the courts. Now, we have got so much of misinformation with us that it's too early to make a decision. So I would say, well, something has happened. In such a situation, I would think 10 times before making any decision, because let all the facts come. And when you have all the facts coming in...
So at these levels, are you a buyer in gas stocks?
No, I would not buy, because there's so much of uncertainty that I will not like to buy. Normally, I love such uncertainties, because when stocks are beaten down. But in these cases, it's very difficult to know.
What's been your portfolio performance for FY12? Were you able to beat the market?
If you see last 1 year, we have been about 9% up. As regards the Sensex and all, which have been about 9 to 10% down.
So what really helped you?
What really helped us is having the patience, picking up the right businesses when they were available at the right prices. We shunned trading, and we participated with the right management.
So what is on your current radar?
Current radar, I think just now if you are looking at a good value, it is an Standard Chartered Bank IDR. It's available at about 94 rupees in the Indian markets. The international price on the London Stock Exchange of this stock is about 131 rupees converted. And in this finance minister's speech, he had announced about the fungibility.
How will that help with the company or the stock?
Stock is, you're getting something at 94, which is this thing in the which is in the international market. It is it is valued at 130.
So if I'm buying it in India as a retail investor, can I sell it abroad?
Just now you can't sell it. Finance minister in the budget, he's talked about fungibility. It's up to SEBI to come out with the guidelines. We are just waiting for that.
Do you think Standard Chartered IDR as a business is in a structural bull market? Because they have interesting business, high on retail, high on corporate, and low when it comes to rural spending.
Yeah. Well, it's an international bank, having about, I think, 19 to 20% of its income coming from the Indian markets and the emerging markets also. And see, one is it's 131 rupees in India. Because of this, it's available at 94 rupees. Secondly, getting into the banking sector, I think it is they're saying a good bank available at a good valuation.
So between HDFC Bank and Standard Chartered IDR, they both are good quality banks, but one is available at 2-time book, other is available at 4 times book. Which one would you go for?
Standard Chartered.
You've also owned HDFC Bank in the past. Do you still own it?
Yeah. No, I think it had become very expensive, so we exited it.
What are the key businesses, to your mind, which are in a structural bull market for next 2 to 3 years?
Key businesses in a structural bull market? I didn't get your question.
Yeah, when I say businesses where the long-term prospect is still looking strong, which are some of the businesses or stocks which you think are in a structural bull market?
Yeah, it's like the stocks we have been holding: Noida Toll Bridge, ILNFS Investment Manager.
So what makes you bullish on Noida Toll Bridge?
Noida Toll Bridge, the same reasons which I was bullish on at 32 rupees also. Nothing has changed in the company except the price has gone down to 23, 24
So why has the price gone down?
Well, it's sentiments of the market. I think that's why we can't understand the markets, because of the sentiments. They go up and down, and that creates opportunities. And Noida Toll Bridge is one opportunity.
What makes you confident that Noida Toll Bridge as a business will bounce back? Because Noida Toll Bridge also ultimately is dependent on government policies.
See, that way, everything over here in India is dependent upon government policies. Now, you never expected something like this will happen to the gas companies. Retrospectiveness has become the rule of the day. Now, we have to live with this uncertainty till some wisdom prevails upon the lawmakers. Well, you can't do this, because then you don't allow businesses to grow.